median nerve, it is just going to enter the forearm by passing between the two heads of the pointed arteries, the humeral head and the ulnar head, right? So here you can see the pointed arteries, the humeral head, we have just removed it from here, and you can see the ulnar head of the pointed arteries over here, right? So it is just going to leave the cubital fossa by passing between the two heads of the pointed arteries muscle, and then deep to the यहाँ से biceptal epineuritis को पकड़ा होता है, so deep to the biceptal epineuritis, ठीक है? And it is running over here over the surface of the floor of the cubital fossa, that is the brachialis muscle, right? So it crosses the ulnar artery over here, yeah, and it crosses ulnar artery, and you see the ulnar artery, and from the ulnar artery it is being separated by this ulnar head of the pointed arteries, okay? Ulnar artery is also running downwards and medial, rather. Well, it is separated from the median nerve by this ulnar head of the pointed arteries, okay? Well, after passing through the pointed arteries, it runs downwards, it runs downwards, accompanied by the median artery. Median artery is basically sometimes is a branch given by the anterior introitious artery, okay? So it is accompanied by this median artery, and then it runs between the two muscles. यहाँ पे ऊपर से flaccidum digitum superficialis है और नीचे ये profundus, right? So it runs between the flaccidum digitum superficialis and the profundus, okay? And about 5 centimeter above the wrist, it emerges on the lateral aspect of the flexor digitum superficialis. See, ये flexor digitum superficialis के lateral aspect पे ये emerge करेगी, right? And having at this time it is lying between the flexor digitum superficialis and the flexor carpi radialis over there, ठीक है? And then it will, बेटे अपना ये mic off कर दे, ये किनके mic से आवाज आ रही है? So it is going downwards, and it will leave the forearm and enters the palm by passing deep to the flexor retinaculum, ठीक है जी? To the carpal tunnel, हम पढ़ चुके हैं carpal tunnel के बारे में, right? So, and that at that time it is lying between the flexor digitum superficialis and the flexor pollicis longus, ठीक है? I repeat it again, that in the lower part it is just about 5 centimeter above the wrist or the flexor retinaculum. It appears on the lateral aspect of the flexor digitum superficialis, and at that time it lies between the flexor digitum superficialis and the flexor carpi radialis, right? And then it will leave the forearm by passing through the carpal tunnel behind the flexor retinaculum, lying between the flexor digitum superficialis and the flexor pollicis longus, right? We'll talk about its branches. The branches is very simple. It is while passing between the flexor digitum superficialis and profundus, right? It is going to supply the in the cubital fossa, it will give the branch to the superficial flexor muscle. Pointed arteries है जी, आपका ये flexor carpi radialis है, palmaris longus and the flexor digitum superficialis को देगा, right? In the cubital fossa. So when you talk about the median nerve branches in the cubital fossa, it is going to give the branches to these 4 flexor muscles. These are the flexor pointed arteries, flexor carpi radialis, palmaris longus, and the flexor digitorum superficialis, ठीक है, जिसके overlying muscles हैं. And here it is also going to give the branches, to the articular branches to the elbow joint and the superior radiography. Is it clear, जी? कोई problem तो नहीं है बच्चे?
No, sir.
Okay. Now the palmar, and here in the lower part, before passing to the carpal tunnel, it is going to give this branch, the palmar carpal branch, palmar superficial palmar cutaneous branch, superficial palmar cutaneous branch, right? And it passes above the flexor retinaculum, right? And it supplies the skin over the lateral 2/3 of the palm, okay? Including the thenar eminence. If I just can show you. You see the palmar cutaneous branch of the element supplying the lateral 2/3 area of the palm. Clear, ji? Okay. Other than these branches, it is also going to give, I told you, another branch that is called as a anterior introitious nerve, which is a branch of the median nerve, which is going to accompany the anterior introitious artery. ठीक है? याद है जी? Anterior introitious nerve, I told you, that is going to accompany the anterior introitious artery, right? So It runs downwards on the anterior surface of the anterior interosseous membrane along with the artery between the flexor digitum profundus and flexor pollicis longus, and it ends on the anterior surface of the carpus on the wrist. ठीक है, यहाँ पे anterior surface of the wrist joint पे आके ये it will be, you know, it disappears, it ends, and it is going to give the, you know, muscular branches to deeper muscles. ठीक है, deeper muscles में कौन कौन से हैं जी? We have got the flexor pollicis longus, pronator quadratus, and the, you know, the lateral half of the pronator, sorry, flexor digitum profundus. ठीक है, remember मैंने बताया था ना जी कि the medial half is supplied by the flexor ulnar nerve and the lateral half is by the flexor digitum profundus का जो lateral half है that is being supplied by the anterior introduction. ठीक है बेटा, and it is going to supply those, you know, lateral half में कौन कौन से tendons आ जाएंगे जी? Index fingers का और middle finger, right? The tendon, the part of the muscle which are concerned with the index finger and the middle finger, that is the lateral half of the flexor digitum profundus that is being supplied by the anterior interosseous nerve. Is it clear जी? So 6 muscles supplied by the median nerve. ठीक है, cubital fossa में 4 branches देगी, pronator teres को, flexor carpi radialis, palmaris longus, and the flexor digitum superficialis. Or by its anterior interosseous branch, it is going to supply the 2.5 muscles. कौन कौन से हैं जी? Flexor pollicis longus, pronator quadratus, and the lateral half of the flexor digitum profundus. And again, this anterior interosseous nerve, it is going to give the articular branches to the wrist and the distal radial vertebra. Is it clear जी? So we have finished with the median nerve. कोई problem तो नहीं जी median nerve में? जी? Okay, we'll talk about the ulnar nerve now. Ulnar nerve is a branch of what? Is a branch of the medial part of the brachial plexus. ठीक है?
सर आज के लिए काफी है इतना प्लीज.
बेटा just 5 minutes. छोटी सी nerve है, पढ़ लें. ठीक है?
सुबह से ले काफी है सर, बहुत ज्यादा हो गया.
काफी है.
सर सुबह से ले रहे हैं क्लास में.
नेक्स्ट कंटिन्यू करेंगे.
बहुत ज्यादा हो जाता है फिर.
चलें, ये फिर आप पढ़ के आइएगा, राइट?